So once again, it is your boy, the man, NG to the city. Y'all know what's up. And I was gonna do a actual visual video where you obviously see my face and stuff. I was gonna actually end up doing that for this episode of Top Entertainment. But hey, I got other chances today and throughout the future if God permits me to do a visual video. But for now, let's get into this audio tape. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Love and Relationships album is out now on my YouTube channel. 23 songs. The last 3 are bonus tracks. Just didn't label them as bonus tracks and whatnot. So far, I haven't beat Future this year when it comes to the rapper Future. By the way, haven't beat him this year when it comes to how many records to release. I haven't beat him. I mean, at least during October or sometime in November, I think it was October. I was talking about doing that. But let's be 100 truthful and honest. I could have. Well, again, like I said, if I released the way I want to happily, I would be any rapper in the game when it comes to releasing. How often they drop. Literally, I can release a whole new album every month. I'm not joking. I can release a whole new album every single month, ladies and gentlemen. I can literally dominate the industry when it comes to how often an artist drops. I kind of feel like I already do that now, just not as consistently as I would like. But hey, if I don't, I don't. And forgive me if I'm making some false accusations here and whatnot. But I'm just saying that, and definitely futurely, I will be dropping more often than I already do, which is already good and often. But hopefully, soon enough, I'll be dropping more often. And definitely, records will start being sold off of CDs from me. And definitely, soon enough, that will happen. Either the start of next year or towards the ending of this year. I think it'll probably start. Sometime between end of this year and next year, definitely some CD recordings from your boy the man. From your boy the man into the city. Will be start being sold from me and whatnot. And like I say, just gotta get into some. Just gotta drop some. Not really drop. Just gotta get back together with some connections and whatnot when it comes to putting it on iTunes. I mean, I've tried doing that multiple times through the processor that I use, which obviously is GarageBand. I tried to do that before, but the only way that, I did try that, but the way that it did, the way that it put my stuff on iTunes was it put it only on my laptop. It didn't put it on there, on the actual, when you go to iTunes and type in the name. I typed in my name, NG to the city, it did not pop up. But definitely the day that I do finally get officially across the border on iTunes, like I don't have to have a flyer for sliding across the front mantle of the music, the front mantle, the slideshow of the front mantle of the music category. But I don't have to have that. But as soon as I do get put on iTunes, definitely people that follow me on Twitter at NJ to the City with the number 2, and definitely by the way, at Prez NJ to the City, and at the Talk Entertainment, and definitely people that follow me on Twitter, y'all will definitely know when I have it on iTunes, because not only will I shoot a Talk Entertainment about it, but I'll also be taking a screenshot of it, saying, "Hey, I'm finally on iTunes," and you can any and everybody can go in there and start buying the music off of there. But yeah, for now, I will start selling CDs towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and so forth and so forth and so forth. That will start happening. But again, one of the reasons why I've made this audio tape was not to talk about my artistry career, and that was actually to talk about stuff like Johnny Manziel now starting again for the Cleveland Browns, and also stuff like Tim Tebow's breakup with supermodel, Miss Universe, Olivia Culpo. I already talked about that breakup about last week or a week before that. I already talked about it, but I'm gonna talk about it again, and also about Aisha Curry's social media tweets that obviously raised an outroar, social media outroar on fashion classics and fashion trends. I will definitely do my duties on that. That's just that. So starting to do my duties on that will consist of me saying how doing will actually consist of me will consist of me saying the fact being that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to realize that let's start on Johnny Manziel stuff with him starting again for the Cleveland Browns. That honestly, they just his team on his birthday, which was yesterday, his team, the Cleveland Browns, just got done getting their butt whooped versus crosstown rivals and I guess cross state rivals, Cincinnati Bengals. Now, if Johnny was starting, whether he had lost or won, if he was starting, that would have been a nice birthday present for him. Because again, he hasn't solidified the job yet. Because honestly, the reason why they're giving him the job is the fact being they need to know what they have in him for at least the last few games of this season. They need to know. They need to. They're week 13 now. Still right now, week 13. So what they need to see in Johnny is what they have in him, so they can know whether to draft another quarterback next year. You know, when they possibly trade Johnny away, they need to know whether they need to draft a new quarterback or whether he does have a future there with the team. But honestly, sorry for my coughing there. Honestly, he has absolutely, with that coaching staff, he has no real honest 100 future there with that coaching staff, because players like Johnny and/or players like a lot of other quarterbacks and whatnot in the league, you know, they're not. I mean, they're not. They obviously have not been committed to Johnny Manziel as their starter. That has obviously been evidently clear. They have not been committed to him. And what shows if you're committed to him is letting him start an entire season until he gets hurt and/or plays his way out of the job. That's what shows whether you're committed or not to that prospect. And I mean, you don't just give him, you know, after one, two terrible games. I mean, continuously terrible games and whatnot. But there's a lot of veterans that they get that exact same opportunity to, and even if they play themselves out of the job, they'll still, to some degrees, keep the job. But who am I kidding? Some of those guys, some of those vets that perform like that, they already have a Super Bowl ring, so they don't really need to start. Even if they wanted to, they wouldn't even need to start. But my boy Johnny Manziel, again, I'm a fan of Johnny. I hope that he really does go out there and shine on it. His next opportunity to start, which is obviously this upcoming Sunday. I hope that he shines on it and shows the entire fan base and Cleveland and the entire organization what's up on his future. But honestly, like I said before, I've said before that I believe that Johnny needs to get traded to Dallas or Houston, and Cleveland needs to draft themselves Connor Cook or Cardale Jones. Cardale Jones, if you look up his bio, his Wikipedia, he's directly from Cleveland, so that's the reason why I say that. And because I really do favor Cardale Jones as an athlete. So that's just that. I believe that, like I say, Johnny, in my best opinion, I believe that, like I said, he can be a star in the league. You just have to commit to him like you have to commit to any other, very talented superstar. You have to commit to the guy. If you don't commit to him, Don't really be looking at anybody but yourself. The reason why he or she is struggling. You know, and that's just that. But let's also be honest with ourselves. One of the only reasons why they're starting him is because of the fact being, if they don't, what is it going to look like if they don't start him? You just got the crap beat out of you versus um, versus Cincinnati with Austin Davis starting. What is it going to look like if you don't start Johnny, next week? If you continuously put this little punishment on him, what is it going to look like if you don't start Johnny? What is it going to look like? It's not going to look good. Because again, Johnny is still a second-year quarterback who you drafted in the 2014 draft. So what is it going to look like if you don't let him start? So it's like he's saying they're also just letting him start they're pretty much just putting him in start position because they really, guys like Mike Pettin, I believe one of the reasons why they have him starting because of the fact being they have to save their jobs. They're looking out for their jobs at the end of the day. I believe they're also looking out for their jobs and whatnot, so forth and so forth. They're looking out for their jobs and their paychecks and the families and whatnot, and that's the reason why they're putting him as a starter. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, more talk entertainment coming very, very soon. Your boy, the man, get to the city. Out to God bless. God first. Y'all know what's up.